Wife is mad because I bought us a house for cheap. I'm 29 and my wife is 25F. We have been looking for homes for a while now and have been having some issues, mainly because it's just me applying for the home because her credit and debt are very bad, to put it lightly. The homes we have seen are not that good, that's in our price range. Fast forward about year and a half of us looking, we find a great house, plenty of room to grow with. A family, good area, good school zones, great neighborhood, and it's pretty close to everything, but what makes it the best is the price, and my wife loves it. She tells me she fell in love with the house the moment she walked in. So while I'm doing the paperwork, my wife is looking around the house, inspecting things to make sure everything is right. After a brief discussion, I have found out that the reason the house was so cheap is because someone died in it in a bad accident, to say the least. This did not faze me, as the price was just really good for us. So after the wife was finished her inspection, she asked me what I think, and next thing I know, we are homeowners. Fast forward to the present, which was about almost 4 months ago. We are watching TV and she says how much she loves the house and she can't figure out why the house was below the value that everywhere else had for it. So me, not thinking it was a big deal, told her, and now she is freaking out, as I have never known her to be superstitious or spiritual, but now she is paranoid the house is haunted and is mad at me for not telling her. She even started sleeping with basically a night light on, and I've been on the couch since. So long story short, I was in need of a rental fast after I discovered my live-in girlfriend had cheated on me and threw me out. Her name was on the lease, and I didn't want the shitty apartment anyway. I was living in a desirable town close to the beach with high rents but high vacancies, transient population due to proximity to a military base. I found a one-bedroom in a great complex in a safe, quiet neighborhood close to the action. In good shape, cheaper than everything else by at least $100 per month. So what was the catch? The previous occupant died in the apartment and wasn't discovered for 3 weeks. They had ozone blowers going when I looked at it to try and get rid of the smell. I signed on the dotted line that day, as I told the property management people, just get rid of the smell. At this price, in this neighborhood, I'll take it even if the corpse were still in it. Yeah, it's definitely something that should have been brought up before, but at this point you've already bought the house and y'all are living in it. Maybe remind her about why she fell in love with it before. It's still the same house. People die everywhere all the time. I think she'll eventually come around. If you and your wife are dumb enough to buy into witches cleansing the house or whatever, just pay one of the witches a couple bucks to declare it clean of ghosts and move on. I think it's pretty unreasonable that she's upset. I'm with you. Who cares? But tell her if she wants, you can burn sage and do a cleanse on the house. There's instructions online on how to do it. It's pretty silly. But being upset about whatever happened in the house is silly too. You could try and find out more about the person who died there. Then your wife might think of them as a person who had a tragic end and not a scary ghost. Dude, just apologize and hire some sort of spiritual shaman, exorcist type to come to the house and perform a spiritual cleansing. It'll cost you somewhere from $100 to $500 and give your wife the peace of mind she deserves. Chalk it up as a pricey white lie and move on with your life. You definitely should have told her. I think real estate agents are obligated to tell homeowners if someone died in the house. It is strange that you were told but not her. Anyway, probably she will get over it in time. IDK. It being violent deaths seems to be what bothers people, and your wife, the most, and that seems to be something that just either bothers you or it doesn't. I personally don't care. Like, wouldn't you want to make this house a good place again? Live in it and make it yours. The others are dead. It's your time now. You should have told her. The price is impacted precisely because a lot of people feel the exact same way your wife does about these things. Of course she is mad. Even if she didn't care, she has the right to know something like that and make her own decision about it. I suspect you didn't tell her because you knew it would make her uncomfortable and you deliberately chose to deceive her. Welcome to the consequences of your actions. You need to fix it. I hope she makes you sell it. You mentioned a deliberate monoxide leak. So murder-suicide? It's completely irrational, but I wouldn't want to live in a house with a recent death like that. I don't even believe in the supernatural but get easily spooked like a little kid. While you claim it's unreasonable for her to be upset, there's a reason realtors are legally required to inform about stuff like this. It really bothers some people, like your wife. A spiritual cleansing or a blessing of the house might make her feel better. Also, you calling her unreasonable? Not helpful. According to some of your replies, a family was murdered. Not so accidental monoxide leak. Yikes. In this house. That's serious. Honestly, how can you not care how she feels about it? This wasn't a bad accident. Sounds like a murder. Suicide happened in the house. Monoxide leak that was on purpose. Most people wouldn't be comfortable living in a house where people were murdered. That's what drives the value down. I'm not superstitious at all. But no, I don't want to sleep and raise my children where someone killed their family. No thank you. I really have no advice for this other than give it time. Ah yeah? You should have told her. I wouldn't move in. That's for sure. What happened in the house? Just out of morbid curiosity. If you did think it was a big deal and she'd shrug it off the way you did, then no fault there. If you did have a doubt that it would inform a decision, then yes, you probably should have told her. You never knew her to be superstitious, so I would lean to my first statement. If I were to think about it logically, given the home buying hardships y'all experienced plus you doing the actual buying, something like superstition shouldn't have come in the way of this anyway. In any argument, you would have come out as the right party. Have her hire someone to cleanse the house. Lots of houses have had people die in them. Even new houses still have had thousands of years worth of people die on that same land. She managed to go 3 to 4 months in that house without ever being haunted or scared. But now that she knows someone died there, it's haunted. Just let her know as nicely as possible that it's all in her head. Burn some sage if you have to, and enjoy the fact that you got a great house on the cheap with virtually nothing wrong with it. What a disingenuous title. You know that's not why she's upset. Geez, well, at least you got a roof over your head. Always gotta be grateful for that, even if you gotta share with a ghost. LMAO, does she think this is paranormal activity or The Conjuring? Let's hope she gets over this nonsense soon. Your wife is either a bit naive or just looking for a reason to hate this place. You guys lucked out BC of a terrible accident. Well, that's called life. People die all the time. How many places are haunted just BC of the land itself? It's a risk any person takes when you live anywhere. Like I live in an old-ass apt building that used to be a senior home with staff. I'm convinced this place is haunted BC. I know hella people have died here. I even heard that a body was found in the marsh behind our parking lot.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.